Well, as of yet, not that much, only because of obviously university commitments need to take priority at the moment. But I mean, once the 19th of May comes, then everything will be starting to sort of get put into place, like ordering the new balls, sorting out kit for next year. Whether we're getting new shirts for everyone is obviously that was something that wasn't that good from this year. And yeah, just want to try and make the club a bit more professional this year than it was last year. Just sort of building from all the good work that Sam did this year. And just.
Why did you run for president?
I kind of want the responsibility in a way. I've loved playing the last couple of years, and I think for me, obviously wanting to go into teaching and stuff, I think having that under my belt and that something that I've done well, that sort of I've taken responsibility for. One looks really good, and I'm really sort of relishing the opportunity to sort of be in charge of something and have the responsibility side of it really more than anything.
What do you want to achieve as president?
Well, as president, I think obviously being approachable, sort of getting to know everyone, and the club running smoothly is probably the main thing for me. Is making sure everything goes well and everything sort of clicks into place, and organising another good tour like we had this year. And it's just making sure the club has a really good atmosphere about it, really more than anything. And I think making it a club rather than men's rugby and women's rugby, having the whole sort of joint sort of rugby club is a massive thing for me. I think we don't do enough with the girls. I just think next year we're going to try and sort of rectify that next year.
You had a pretty good season on the pitch.
Yeah.
Especially the first team, winning last year.
Yeah,
What do you expect for next year?
Well, obviously, like the twos with obviously yourself captaining the twos. Obviously, to get them promoted is a massive thing. I think the twos themselves were unlucky not to do better than they did this year. I think a poor start to the season didn't help really, but I mean the back end of the season I think really put them on the map, and actually made everyone sort of, especially first team players, made people sit up and realise actually the twos are pretty good, and having a couple more competitive games, whether it be that the ones play the twos every now and then, just to sort of have a better standard of rugby, especially if you're going to be in the same league this year as you were last year. And just make everything a bit more competitive, because then I think if the twos play the ones a bit more regularly, then they stand in better stead for varsity and things, which is obviously a massive step up, which it showed this year. I think a bit of inexperience, a bit of the lack of competitive nature of the league that they were in at the moment massively showed in varsity. But I think if we can sort that out next year, I think the club will go far. I think the ones next year are going to be solid. Going to be very, very solid. I think we're obviously going to miss a couple of key players like Lunnon and Woody especially, and Bailey's going to be a big loss. But we did all right without Bailey this year. But I think he's still going to be a massive loss. But it's encouraging. It's going to be a good season next year. I'm well excited about it. It's going to be really good.